For Buhari's 10-day leave outside the country just after winning the election, first of all, it's a little bit too early, and he's been the one who's always been talking about bringing those facilities to Nigeria where we don't need to travel to get those things. So whatever it is that he's going out there to do, I mean, right now is just the wrong time. And being the kind of person he is, I think he should better put those things in place if it's for health reasons. We don't have functional general hospitals. He can do better by getting those things established here so that he can stay more with his people than being a gallivanting president.
When you look at the visit that the man has been, the President Muhammadu Buhari has been having of late is not that encouraging for the country. Let me start by saying that. But we should not also forget the fact that virtually most of the traveling and everything that he had, number of times that he spent outside the country, he was ill at that time. And virtually every part of the world knows that President moved from here, probably for connection, for one thing or the other. But to me, because of the circumstances and everything surrounding his own, I believe he should take more time to stay in the country. Howbeit it might be, even if he leaves the country also, he has a capable, able hand that is holding forth for him. So to me, I don't too much subscribe to the fact that one should stay every time in the country, that by staying, everything will be. He has ministers, he has people that he delegates jobs to. And thank God for the IT world that we have, whereby we can always communicate and share things. So to me, it doesn't have much difference. The people that he actually appointed, they are well capable of doing the jobs, and they are doing their jobs well. I believe that whether he stays or he moves or whatever of a thing, to me personally, all things being equal, I believe that he has capable hand in his vice president and the ministers and every other people.
You know, about the issue of this traveling, it's about his health. I know no any civil servant will be granted such kind of opportunity to travel for 105 days, and as he's traveling for 10 days again, right? So at least if he cannot do the job based on his health reason, it's better he go up, let him get some kind of hospital with the right instrument like those ones he's going to visit abroad, because I'm very sure he has gone for his health challenges. So if he can build hospitals like that, maybe in 3-4 states, traveling out will be less, wasting of tax money will be saved, and many things. Our hospitals will even get the money he will be going to spend and the rest.
I believe one thing, that if there's no reason for him to travel, he wouldn't really travel. That's why I made mention of those in his cabinet, those working with him. So we really need great minds, enlightened mind to work with him, to checkmate his excesses, let me put it that way, if there is any at all. So I believe with time, things will turn out well.
It is unconstitutional, and it is not morally encouraging. And why I'm saying it is not morally encouraging is, as a president of a country, which you have to lead by example, as it were, this is the time for us to have good medical facilities in Nigeria than traveling. What happens to the masses like you and I that are unable to afford, money to travel out? That means in no time everybody dies, since we can't secure that expensive medical fee. Secondly, the president is meant to be in a country to run the affairs of a nation. But if he's traveling here and there, how would he oversee his executive rights? How would he oversee the citizenries, as it were? So if I were him, if I know, because it's a matter of trust basically, if I know that Nigerian doctors are not trusted, why not create the hospitals here? Bring all those foreign doctors here, so that it wouldn't be like you don't trust Nigerians, you don't trust our medical facilities. It shouldn't be. It's so awkward, it's so absurd, and it is so presidential.
Actually, about the president traveling, if we compare that to that of Obasanjo, he was doing that to bring a lot of economic value to the country. But we've not seen much from Mr. President's travel, Buhari, we've not seen much of economic value he's bringing. Even the railway is taking 4 years to do. The health facility is not here. Even Aso Rock, at some point, they don't have facilities in their hospital. So it really doesn't matter. It should focus here and do something that we can feel. That is what governance is all about. It's not about going, having experience. He's been president before, but he has never enjoyed this kind of luxury traveling. I believe much of his traveling is more personal than for the benefit of the country.
Before we criticize, it's always good for us to put ourselves in people's shoes before reacting. Like you that you asked me the question now. If you were in the president's shoes and you're not healthy, what will be your reaction? That's the question. And aside that, I feel the president is a way to refresh himself for the next dispensation. The issue of bringing in facilities and all these things. From inception since 1960, our past leaders have been traveling abroad. With all due respect to our late First Lady, Stella Obasanjo, she died abroad. People never criticize. So why now? So I think what we can do is that we should keep our fingers crossed, keep praying for the country, keep our fingers crossed, let's keep praying for the country, and we should all know that by May 29, 2019, the next 4 years is going to be better years for us in Nigeria.
I will start with the politicians. If this country is well built with the resources that we have in this country, with money that we have here, because Nigeria is rich, if this country is well built, our president will not be traveling out for such a thing. Understand? So him himself, he should do it before he step down in his this very last term. Before he step down, he should try and do his possible best about this, because the country itself is going down. Understand me? All those facilities that they are going out for abroad, we can equally have it here. We have the money, we have all it takes to have it here. So all I just want to say is that the traveling that he's going out for, it should not stay long. At least 1 week, 2 weeks is okay for a checkup, you understand me? And come back to your country, because you're a president. You are governing a country, you're not just running a private, this is a country, you understand me? So you can't just leave your country for a long time, just like the last one that he left, you understand me?